Hey everyone, welcome to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. So we are here today at the Chicago Pipe Show 2024 with up-and-coming carver, Mr. Tanner Halligan, who is the carver. His name of his pipes are Butterbone Briars. So thank you, Tanner, for taking the time to be with us today.
Hey, I'm happy to be here.
We really appreciate it. All right, so I had a chance to look over your body of work that you have here, and quite honestly, I am extremely impressed with the quality and detail that you have been putting into your pipes. Can you tell me a little bit of how you got started in the world of pipes and tobacco, and how you started carving?
Oh yeah, sure. Well, I guess whenever I was a little bit younger, maybe like early teens or whatever, we'd smoke tobacco pipes every once in a while, not too often. And throughout the years, it was never like something I did all the time. But I don't know. I guess one day, about a year ago, I wanted to make a pipe for my dad. And I had made wooden pipes before, not anything serious. I was younger. It was just like a hunk of wood with a hole, and you could breathe through it, maybe, hopefully, and hopefully it wasn't like non-toxic or anything like that. But
Don't want to kill your dad.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't know. Yeah, so but anyways, that winter I wanted to make a pipe for him, and I did, but it was terrible. I went in the back and I cut down a shrub, and I cut a hole in it and drilled a hole through it, and then I carved it kind of. It didn't look very good at all. It looked more like a stick with holes in it. So I bought a stem off of Amazon. It was like $5, and I just stuck it in the pipe and tried to kind of carve it out with it. It worked okay. But here's the real kicker: is whenever I was doing the finishing, I used real wood stain and I coated it in polyurethane spray, and I actually smoked out of it, and it was really terrible. So I couldn't give it to my dad. And over the next few months, I started looking in woodworking stores for briar, and of course they don't have it because it's not something that they just don't carry that.
Right.
So I got some really crappy briar off eBay, paid $25 for a block that was like that big, like so tiny, so ridiculously tiny, and it didn't work. I didn't even bother trying. No point. It was bad. I didn't give it to my dad. I kept trying some other stuff. I eventually found olive wood at a wood store near me, and I did make a functional pipe out of that didn't look too bad, but I still used stain. I didn't have any of the details I have now. What really got me into it is just a call I took on my lunch break to Premel. Premel is my teacher. He's over there. If you can get him in it, you should, because he's the reason I'm even here.
Of course, we all know Premel from the
Smoker's Haven.
and also Premel Chata Pipes and
Yes.
Buckeye Pipes. So we know him very well from all of that. So that's really awesome that you had a mentor that was already, right there doing the thing, that you wanted to do.
It was truly happenstance that I started making pipes and stumbled across him, and then he ends up living, literally his house is only like a mile from me.
Yep.
When we met. And I found out he just told me to come into the shop. I showed him what I had, told him my plan, and he gave me a job. And I didn't have to think about it, I just took it. And
That's what it paid.
I didn't think it was going to pay anything. I thought it was an apprenticeship, right? And then he
Yeah.
told me how much it paid and how much more it could pay, and I was like, well, I don't have to think about this at all. I have time with my other job. I can just come in here and learn and
grow. Yeah,
and grow. And
yeah.
it was basically
What a great atmosphere to do that
Oh
in.
my gosh, you have no idea. Like,
Yeah.
it's a goal. Like, it was just a golden opportunity that stuck out as far as.
So going back just a little bit of what you were talking about, it sounds like your dad smoked a pipe. Is that right?
He's more of a cigar smoker guy. But
Okay, so you were just kind of
I was
thinking
just
this would
like,
be cool,
yeah.
you know? Yeah.
Well, we were going to go camp on a backpacking trip that winter, and
So what
yeah.
got you into pipe smoking in the first place? I mean, just other than hanging out with your friends, smoking every now and then, it just became a habit or a passion of yours, and
Well, I have a really my best friend growing up. His name's AJ Martin or Ashley Martin. He's a woodworker. If you're a woodworker, check out Ash Woodworking on Instagram. Ash Woodworking. He was always into woodworking growing up, and so he would, we would make pipes for other things. Well, here's the thing: is like whenever you're messing around with that kind of stuff, a lot of times you end up making your own smoking instruments.
yeah.
And so eventually that just kind of transfers over to let's make something a little bit better. And so
Maybe that you can sell more of, and
or something that you could even sell in the first place.
So how long have you been making pipes now? I mean,
A year.
What you would consider professionally,
Professionally, my first show was in August of last year. That was my first show
at the Columbus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took 19 pipes. I priced them conservatively, and I sold out. That was an amazing first experience, but of course it's not going to happen every time. So you have to move into the next kind of like, it's probably not going to happen. That's, you know what I mean? So
Don't hold your breath. You never know.
well, I'm talking about Vegas. In Vegas, I didn't, but it was still great. It doesn't matter. The point is the fact that I'm even out here doing this, being able to sell my own pipes that I'm making with my own hands under his instruction is just amazing in the first place.
I look at your work and I think, this is maybe what a young Van Gogh would have been like, in the artistry world. I think you come to a point in your life where you say, okay, I'm you now. This is a decent pipe. I think I can go ahead and put it out there now, and people will get pleasure out of it. Not knowing that this is a great pipe, and it smokes wonderfully, and you're on a fast track of becoming a top-tier American carver. That's my thoughts. So
Your thoughts are incredibly flattering and make me feel very good, and I can't wait to show this to my wife later.
Yeah. I mean, so we definitely want to highlight your work, and we want to get your name out there. And folks, we need to make sure that we follow his work on Instagram. We're gonna list those things in the description. But of course, it says here it's at Butterbone_Briars. You can follow his work. And let's go ahead and show some of the work that we've got here on the table. Now, I know that for starters, the ones at the very top here, I am a sucker for smooth pipes. And this one it's kind of a volcano is already a freehand, but this kind of is a different version of a volcano to me, where it's just got some asymmetrical things going on, and but the grain on this is fantastic. The bird's eye is beautiful on this. The color, to me, is absolutely perfect. Now this is what I appreciate about carvers, and young carvers especially. No bowl coating on this, which means you can get in there and see everything about this pipe, and you know exactly what it's going to be like on the inside. So that's, to me, that is, first of all, that is a sign that you are confident in your work. You don't put a bowl coating on it. You know that.
I do gotta stop you there for a second.
Okay.
If I had a little bit more time, there were a few of these that I would have coated, but I would never sell a pipe that had a major flaw on the inside in the first place. The only reason it's just because with these, the stain kind of bled through on a few of these. I mean that's a really more of a cosmetic flaw than anything. Now, if it had like a giant hole in the side and I knew that it was going to burn through, I wouldn't even consider selling it or stamping it or anything like that.
And most carvers have that kind of of honesty about their work as well. And I wouldn't expect anything different from you, you know. But I'm just looking at all this, and I can see exactly what is here and what it's gonna, you know, what it's gonna smoke like. This is Nathan's pipe, this nice sandblast with a nice dark, kind of a blood red, maybe even a brownish stain. What is that?
That saddle that I put on there about 15 times, and yeah.
Nice. That blue, is this acrylic or is this?
All the Butterbone stems are acrylic,
Yeah.
unless they have a hand cut stem, in which case I put hand cut on the back. It would say HC,
Got it.
but
Very nice.
Yeah.
This one right here. I mean, I'm rubbing my finger against the connection between the stumble and the stem, and I don't feel any bumps or ridges or anything. You know, it's fitted perfectly on that. And I mean, look at some of these other work that he has done. This one, especially, I really love, where it's got the dark kind of what do you call that? The ox blood color, or what is that?
yeah. So with this one, I sandblasted it up top, and then sanded to 120 down here, and then ox blood. I just did about 2 or 3 coats of ox blood, and then I shellacked it, and I had to let that sit because otherwise it would bleed way too much
Into your smooth section.
into the smooth section. And what I did with that is I put a coat of yellow over top, and then it still bleeds a little bit whenever you put the shellac on, but that was actually okay, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out.
No, that is awesome. I mean, that's to me like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde pipe. But what I love about that is just that quality of bird's eye that's right there. You know, that is super, super beautiful. Love that. And some of the others. I mean, right now, what's your most expensive pipe?
A Butterbone with an acrylic stem is $200. It's not going to go above that. If it's a hand cut stem, you might expect to add up to another $100 on it. Whenever I go with Halligan pipes, my artisan line,
Yeah.
that's going to be a different tier, and we'll go there whenever we're there. But right now we're just sticking with Butterbone. But yeah, most you're going to pay for a Butterbone with the acrylic stem is $200. If you get a hand cut stem with it, $300 or around $300.
And here at the show, I've seen it as low as $120. For a great looking pipe. I mean, the blast on that is really nice. I like the end with the contrast right here before you get to the stem.
My wife really liked that one.
Yeah,
Just 'cause it's a small
beautiful,
pipe.
and it's a small pipe, but it's again a beautiful pipe for $120. That's an artisan pipe. This one, this smooth that I have right here. Of course, these are show prices, but $160 for this beautiful smooth right here.
So here's 3 volcanoes right here. These are the 3 volcanoes I had. One's totally smooth, one's a partial, and one's a total blast. So you can kind of see the difference there if you'd like.
So yeah, this one's complete sandblasted.
I love the way this one turned. I'm surprised. I think, and that's why I would have put a bowl coating on this, because when you first get a look at it, you see the stain kind of come through there a little bit, and that's not appealing. But if you really take a look at the overall shape and bend of the pipe,
Yeah, that's really nice.
straight on,
And I like
so the band around it, I mean, it's just black stain, but it just turned out like totally jet black, and it worked out well. And so,
the contrast is really cool.
yeah, I usually don't like white stems, but we have a bunch of them, so
Yeah.
might as well try to make work of them.
Well,
that worked out really well.
There's
I
a
thought.
sheen to that one that I really like, and I think you're getting that from the shellac that you're using on that. But that is super, super wonderful. Like I said, folks out there, get on at Butterbone_Briars for Instagram, and look at his work. Very fairly priced, and you're getting a solid smoke machine, you know. So
Thank you.
yeah. Do you have anything you want, like how folks can get a hold of you? Are you accepting commissions, or you know?
Yeah, I do accept commissions. I'll pretty much work with you on whatever you like. Just maybe no time constraints. I'll try to finish them as fast as I can, but sometimes things happen, and
Yeah.
sometimes they take longer than you think. And so that's pretty much it, though. Yeah.
Do you-
Just reach out.
so that's the main way to get a hold of you is through Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram is the best way, or you could email me at halliganpipes@gmail.com until I get a website up, which shouldn't be too long.
Okay. Thanks, man. This has been a true treat, Tanner. I love your pipes. We're going to buy 2 of them, and I think you're going to skyrocket from here, man. So
Awesome. Thank you.
congratulations. This is really, really neat to see a younger person in the trade that's doing well and doing it right. You know, so
It's because I have a really good teacher. I give up. I can't take too much credit because really, honestly, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. I would not even be close to here. So, yeah, I got lucky.
Well, you know, it's always good to have somebody to guide you in the right direction, and I think that's what this hobby is one of its strongest assets. Is that the older people do kind of take hold and kind of guide everyone in the right direction, and it's really a cool culture to be a part of. So.
It is.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. We hope you enjoy this. Get a hold of Tanner. Look at his work on Instagram. Until then, though, don't forget, make all your piping moments count. We'll see you next time. Have a great week. Bye-bye.